Chairman Craven and members of the committee, thank you for giving me this opportunity. I'm a senior attorney in the Employment Law Unit at Greater Boston Legal Services and worked on passing the Earned Sick Time Law in Massachusetts on behalf of our individual clients and a client group. And we unfortunately were unable to do it legislatively. It passed by ballot initiative, and we had polled voters repeatedly, and the vote came back exactly the way our poll testing told us it would, 60-40. It had tremendous bipartisan support, and some of the information we learned from polling is that for voters especially, but also workers, the job-protected time off was valued the highest. People felt it was fundamentally unfair for a worker to lose her job just because she needed to attend to an illness of her own or that of a family member or to address the effects of domestic violence. Now, I was asked, as everybody else was, not to repeat things that have already been said, but in my job as representing individual clients in unemployment matters, I have successfully represented clients whose separation is related to either the issues of illness in the family or their own, and the effects of domestic violence. And while it's wonderful to be able to succeed in such a proceeding and secure unemployment insurance benefits for a worker, it is hardly the best outcome. Job retention, attachment to the workforce, uninterrupted earnings, stability in the financial security of a family, these are very high priorities. My clients who get back into the workforce have much greater success overall in their ability to pay their rent, buy their food, and take care of their children's very basic needs. What hasn't been said yet today that I want you to keep in mind is all of the research that's been done nationally and in the states that have adopted this has revealed that earned sick time, or paid sick days, as you call it here, is treated like an insurance policy by workers. They use it when it's needed. And most jurisdictions, if not all, and Sherry, you could jump in here, but you know, there are safeguards in place to avoid the misuse of sick time. I have provided the committee with detailed examples of what we've done in Massachusetts, in addition to my written testimony. It's already been handed in. I've got he's already got it, the posters and all that. In addition, what we did in Massachusetts was we came up with a sample verification form that employers are permitted to ask employees to sign. We even had a sample sick time policy that employers, if they were like, what do I do? How do I do this? Here's how you can do it. We have frequently asked questions. What the Attorney General did in Massachusetts to really make this work was tremendous community engagement. She held 12 hearings across the state, got all the stakeholders involved, put out proposed regulations, had a very extensive and generous interchange with everyone. She delayed the enforcement of the law by 6 months following the effective date. Employers brought to the attention of the Attorney General and their elected representatives that, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? We have this payroll policy, and that, you know, and it was like it was all worked out. It was all worked out. They were given a 6-month grace period to implement and change their payroll policies. Employers that have more generous policies, no problem. You're doing great. Anyway, I just encourage you to take a look at those materials. There's more available on the Attorney General's website. And in closing, just want to say that, you know, we're talking about a workplace policy that is absolutely critical in the 21st century. The findings made in the preamble to this bill demonstrate clearly there are kids that need their parents at home in Rhode Island, and you don't want those parents to lose their jobs or to lose their wages just because a parent is taking care of a kid or dealing with their own illness. Finally, in Massachusetts, what we saw was reduced health care costs, reduced health care payments from workers to attend to their own illness, and the reduced spread of disease in the workplace because people aren't going to work sick.